Everyone, I'm back. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to capture the lowest hanging fruit in your sales process as you're getting started, whether you're starting a new bookkeeping firm or whether you've been going for a while and now you want to kick it into growth mode, or whether you need to double the size. It doesn't matter. We're going to talk today about how to capture that lowest hanging fruit in your sales process. And we're going to start by plugging your leaky bucket and optimizing leads that might be right in front of you. So what do I mean by that? Small businesses in the United States miss approximately 60% of their calls. And 67% of callers will hang up if they don't get immediate assistance when calling. What's more, 85% of missed calls never call back. So why is this important? Is because the first thing that you have to keep in mind is that we live in an immediate gratification world. Competition is fierce. There are 330 plus thousand bookkeeping and payroll services companies in the United States. And if a call is made, there's interest, there's intention. And if it's not answered, they're going to move on to the next one that has good Google reviews. So make it easy for someone to engage with you. How do you do that? I'm going to tell you 3 ways that you can do that. One is, on your website, make sure that you've got a calendar booking link. So if it's for a 15-minute consultation, whatever it is, whatever you're comfortable with, set up a calendar booking link. Now, that does not mean that you have to give someone carte blanche access to your calendar at all. Instead, what it means is you set up a link that has very specific rules around it. Maybe you only want to take 15-minute calls on Thursdays and Fridays between certain hours. That's fine, but give people the option to engage with you. Here are two other strategies. One, make sure that you have a website chat widget operational. Now, a couple things. It used to be where website chat widgets had to be live chat, and people would say, well, why would I do that, Janelle? I don't have time to sit around all day and watch for someone to chat. That's not it at all. What's happened is AI has moved so quickly and technology has moved so quickly that now it's really, really simple to train a website chat widget on your FAQs, on your messaging, on answering any possible question that someone could ask. What's more, it will do it as if it were human, and it will engage the prospect. So a lot of times people who visit your website are more apt to want to engage via chat, especially today's younger generations who are used to texting. They want to engage via chat, via picking up the phone. So that's another leak where if you've got somebody coming to your website and you don't have a way to engage them in a chat live right there while they're there through a widget that's powered by AI, you're missing opportunities. And then also, I mentioned that 60% of calls are missed in small businesses. What you can also do, how do you fix that? You're one person, you can't possibly answer every call. I totally get that. You can do 2 things. One, you can set up technology where when a call is missed, that phone number is captured and a text is automatically sent out to the prospect that called saying, hey, sorry I missed your call. I'm on another line with a client. I'll call you right back. What can I help you with today? Something to engage them. Why do you want to do that? Because most texts, actually like 95% of texts, are seen within the first 5 minutes. Now, the other thing that you can do, and this is coming, and if you haven't experienced it already, maybe you don't even know if you've experienced it already, but this is coming and it's actually here, is hire an AI receptionist. They're very inexpensive, very, very affordable, actually extremely affordable for small businesses, and they can be trained on all the same things that your website chat widget can be trained on. It can be trained to ask questions, can be trained to answer questions, can be trained to book an appointment for you, just like the website chat widget can. So I strongly encourage making sure that you plug those leaky holes or potential leaky holes first. Then what? Immerse yourself in your niche. I'm a huge proponent of picking a niche, maybe 2, that's okay, but find groups and associations that maybe you can sponsor, maybe you can get involved with. If you're in the restaurant niche, then find local restaurant associations. Where are the owners of businesses gathering that are in your niche? Get involved and go network with them. Be that resource who offers help without asking for anything in return. Also, get into some networking groups. They could be live groups, like I'm sure you've probably heard of BNI, and there's a lot of local groups. There's the Chamber of Commerce, etc. Um, and there's a lot of online networking groups as well with Facebook, with Alignable, with LinkedIn, Eventbrite. You can get involved in networking groups that are within your niche. Also, as I mentioned just a minute ago, be that resource who offers help. Don't be afraid to go out there on Facebook, as an example, and find groups that are in your niche and look at the questions that people have. And if you have an answer, if you can be a resource and help someone out, do it. You can do that without advertising your business or promoting your business, of course. Then another thing that I want you to do is make a list of all of the tax CPAs in your area, especially those that don't have a bookkeeper in-house. And I want you to reach out to them, connect with them on LinkedIn, connect with them on Alignable if they're on Alignable, and offer them value. Let them know what you do. Give them the messaging that we talked about in the last video. Tell them what you do to help their clients be tax ready. And think about it from this perspective. What can you do to address their common pain points? So for a CPA, that's going to be things like talent shortage. Obviously, that's number one right now. But also another big recurring problem for CPAs is chasing clients for documents. If you can help their clients be more organized and tax ready, that's going to solve a problem for them. Okay, here's another tactic. This is what I like to call a LinkedIn strategy. So you can also go out on LinkedIn and search job postings and respond to those postings for bookkeepers with a flyer about your business as your resume. And you never know, that might land you an opportunity that you had no idea was even available. So don't rule that out. Then I would say next, you're going to want to create a content strategy. By the way, this is a whole subject for another video, but I will show you how to do this efficiently, and I will show you how to create your own content without feeling overwhelmed. It really comes down to doing what you're comfortable with, and I will talk through all those options and how-tos in a whole other separate video, okay? So we've talked about a lot of tactics, right? And I've told you, get involved in networking groups, introduce yourself to CPAs, plug all your leaks in and plug your leaky bucket. Get involved in associations and groups. Okay, so you're going to meet a lot of people, right? And they're going to be referral sources as well as prospective clients. But here's the thing. If you don't have a systematic way to stay in front of them, they're going to become another giant leaky bucket. So here's what you do. You've got to set up your CRM. This isn't just a practice management CRM. It is more important, especially as you're growing, that you have a CRM that's available and able to help you capture leads, nurture those leads, capture referral sources, and stay in front of them with value. So remember I said that with text, 95% of texts are seen within the first 5 minutes. Well, that is another reason to have a great CRM setup, because you can automate things like responding with a text message, marketing via text messaging, if you do it correctly. And again, texts are seen very quickly. Let's talk about email for a minute. I see a lot of people who say, oh, you know what? I'm just going to do a cold outreach, cold email. Be very careful with this. I caution you, because you have to set it up correctly with a different email address and a different subdomain. There is an art to exactly what to say and what to put in the subject line. And depending on how personalized and well-written the emails are, you can expect anywhere from, say, like a 1 to 5% conversion rate. It's a lot of work for not a lot of return, and you really have to know what you're doing to make sure that you're also not landing in people's spam filters and that you're not being marked as junk or spam. So as a professional salesperson for over 25 years, I can tell you from experience, from activity, from proof, that smart, consistent, intentional activity is everything. And confidence is also very, very important. And what we've covered today, they're all tactics for the first and second rungs of the lead generation ladder. And I haven't even brought up the lead generation ladder yet. We'll talk a lot more about that in the next video. But the first and second rungs of that ladder are sales and marketing. They're the activities that when you're in growth mode, your business has that higher need for immediacy in converting leads. And so the tactics at that level are very sales oriented and marketing oriented. However, what we're going to talk about in the next video is how to get to that third rung in the ladder, which is education, where you're getting people to build relationships with you before you even meet them. You're qualifying them before you even meet them, and they're seeing you as the expert that they need, which shortens the sales cycle dramatically. So I really appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of this video, what you'd like to see in others, and definitely tune in for the next video, which is going to be all about content strategy.